Alright, welcome to the episode 2 of the rebooted Revolution of Gaming podcast. This is your host, Pandemic. With me, I got two new hosts. I got ROG Batman. Introduce yourself, ROG Batman.
Hello, I'm Batman.
And what brigade are you from?
I'm currently in Defiance Brigade, which would be the Xbox 360 Black Ops 2 Brigade.
Nice. And then we have X-Sparks, our backup, has actually made it here today. X-Sparks?
Yeah, finally made it for our recording.
And
Hey, how's it going?
X-Sparks just got recently promoted. Which...
That, yeah, just 2 days ago, yesterday.
And what brigade are you in now?
Nexus, for League
Nexus.
of Legends.
Okay.
Ew.
Ew. You don't like League of Legends?
No, not my game.
Some fighting words right there.
I didn't
Alright.
caught into it.
We
Never got into it myself.
I couldn't get into it either. I tried.
Go ahead.
But we got a bunch of promotions since the last time we went through here. We got RG Chatty, which just promoted to SG. We got X-Sparks, of course, promoted to Commander. And then we got ROG... I can't even pronounce this guy's name. ROG Kuryo Mitsukai to Captain. Random Apple to Commander of Crux. Tiffer Bell, Commander of Hero. Not Paradox, Commander of Revenant. Wow, we got a lot of commanders got promoted lately. Inzone to Lieutenant. Bear Thought to Lieutenant. ROG Heroes to Lieutenant Commander. The Beast to Staff
I don't know
Sergeant.
if that's necessarily all a good thing.
That is true. Demesia was formed, which is now the Alucard, which is Dracula backwards, is Commander. ROG Tripto LTC.
I've known him for months and I never even noticed that.
What?
The
Dracula
Alucard is
backwards.
Dracula backwards.
You didn't know that?
I've seen his name on the site hundreds of times, and I never pieced it together myself.
And then
Props
we got
to you, man.
Captain's awesome, and Ninja Swirls in that brigade. Senpai and Southpaw are Staff Sergeant. Jesus, there's a lot of names. Silver Miss 183 and Epic Stick will be Sergeant. Damuramu to Staff Sergeant and Elegant to Sergeant. Yeah, the only reason I know that is because one of the animes, Dracula, is named Alucard.
That's pretty cool.
And
I don't think I ever saw that one.
it's actually pretty. What's it called? Hellsing. It's pretty
Yeah,
good.
he loves that
I
anime.
think I've seen it. I never saw that one. I've
So that
just
makes
recently
sense.
gotten into anime myself.
Ooh.
Another story for another time, though.
Yeah, we don't have any anime name list on it. We'll get it on the next one though.
Oh.
Member of the month was Inferno 20, which I voted for just so everyone knows. It's a pretty cool guy. And don't forget to vote for this member of the month, even though there's only a couple of days left. I doubt anyone's.
It's
But,
okay.
Who
I will make
who
sure
are you
it
voting
goes
for?
to the last day. I just recently started helping with Member of the Month.
You just recently started helping a member.
Oh, yeah.
Who is it? It's Tragic. I know Biggest. Zed is slow. I think
Tragic and Biggest are the ones getting the most flair right now. Which is
Right.
funny because everybody seems to be wanting to post about Biggest, but he's not winning right now.
yeah, but it's it's still Biggest. It doesn't matter.
He's getting the most flair, and he's not winning. It's kind of depressing, really.
Yeah, that is true. Who's winning
Who
right
is
now?
it you guys are rooting for?
I'm rooting for Tragic.
Oh?
Yeah, because he's always been one of my people back in the day.
I honestly have been waiting till the last day, and I'm gonna go through and read what everybody's posted about it then myself, and then I'm gonna make my decision.
No, I
Personally.
myself voted for Zeta.
Wait, did you
No,
vote?
Zeta?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I'm a little split decision on it myself because I was thinking Tragic just because of everything he did go through and do recently. But then again, he has an RV and that's his job. But then again, he did go out of his way to do a lot of stuff, so it's kind of
Yeah.
not sure myself which one I want yet.
Yeah, that's in and out. I mean, there's also other RVs there, but
Yes,
he
I
really...
believe Chatty is also nominated, and I have
Yeah.
never gamed with Chatty.
Chatty
What?
was on?
Yeah, Chatty's on there.
Oh.
I only met the guy once or twice on TeamSpeak. One of the nicest guys I ever met. I didn't even know the dude. I don't think he'd ever seen my name pop up before, and he was so nice anyway.
That's shady for you, yeah.
I mean, yeah, I mean, from what it seems like, I remember before this all started, the poll Tragic was like, "Oh, Chatty got voted. I'm gonna lose to him," and I was surprised to see that Chatty has the least amount of votes.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think
not the least. The other one is Taizi. He only has one though.
the reason that is I think a lot of people are voting for other people or other nominees because he won it a few months back. Everyone,
Oh,
everyone
is
in
that what that
Nexus and
is?
Demacia are voting for other people to give them a chance.
That's true. I can see that. And then we also had RG Freaks SG retired, which was sad to see that happen.
Oh yes, he's a
Yeah.
very good guy.
I mean,
I do remember though he did say he would be back eventually.
okay. Usually, I wouldn't say all the time, but most of the time, people do usually come back once in a while after retired. I noticed that he was a lot less active, so it was kind of
Yeah.
inevitable. At least he's not going to be one of like the inactive people that just stay there for a while and then they're
It's
like,
okay.
oh, okay.
His legacy does live on with his daughter. She is
Yeah.
still a member.
How's she doing?
What was that?
How's she doing in the
She's
fines?
Yeah. Just recently getting back into it.
Okay.
I remember
Yeah,
back in the
good.
days when he was only LTC, taking control of everything.
Usually what happens. All right. And then we got, all right, let's go down to the topics here. First of all, they got EA Access, which is right now only on Xbox One. Now, what this is they have a certain vault system. Right now, I think it's FIFA 14, Madden 25, Battlefield 4 is all in the vault system, and for $30 a year, you have access to all those games.
Wait, this is active right now.
Wait, what?
This is active right now.
Yes, active right now for the Xbox One.
Oh.
That's
Now-
pretty sweet. This is the first I've heard about anything like that.
Yeah, and also if you try to buy the newer games, like, you know, the new Madden coming out and stuff like that, you get 10% off if you buy digitally and all the download content as well. Now, people's concern about this right now is if EA actually makes a lot of money off this, was this to say that other developers aren't going to try to make some sort of subscription? So sooner or later, you're going to be hitting like $200-300 to play all these games.
Yeah. It's something I could definitely see. I don't know if less so the bigger ones are going to do it, but I can see a lot of smaller game industries that have a decent... Like, I could see something maybe with Valve doing that. But...
Yeah.
'cause
Yeah, but
Valve
they
is
make enough
pretty
money as it is.
What?
They make enough money as it is.
They have a
Oh,
whole
yeah.
Steam thing
Oh,
going
yeah,
on.
Steam and all those on the...
But I know Ubisoft was actually interested in the EA Access system, so that's another one that a lot of people are thinking that's probably going to come out soon for, you know, Assassin's Creed and all that.
Ubisoft has done
Mhm.
a lot, too.
I mean, I can
I
see
thought
them.
they already had their own system. Well, it was a point system. if I
Yeah, they have
remember
like a
right.
Uplay. I think that's
Yeah.
what it's called. But it's not like the same kind of thing. It's just like their own like network that they got to log into, which is actually a pain in the butt.
I don't play
It's-
very many Ubisoft games.
Yeah,
Oh, there's a lot more than you think, too.
there
I
is.
know.
I was surprised to see a list of because even so, you got what? Let me look at it. There was another game I just played recently that was Ubisoft, and I was actually
I know the
surprised.
Rocksmith games have them. I don't know if you guys ever heard about those games or not, but it's essentially like Guitar Hero except with an actual guitar.
Oh, I remember
Um,
that. I always wanted to get it.
No, I love it. I've got both of them. But I know, didn't Ubisoft do a lot with didn't they run the, or no, it was Neversoft that did the Guitar Heroes. Or, I
Yeah.
don't remember.
And
Did
then
Ubisoft have something to do with Rock Band?
I'm not sure if Ubisoft has something. Looking through it right now. Oh, they did Watch Dogs, which I thought was a pretty
Goodness.
decent game. Far Cry, they do. They're going to be doing The Crew, The Division.
Oh,
Oh,
they've
I've
been.
heard good things about the Division. Rainbow
Yeah.
Six Siege. If
Yes.
you have
Yeah.
not seen something about that, that game is going to be the game to own. I'm calling it now.
Especially back in the day when Rainbow Six Vegas was out, everyone played that.
I honestly have never played Rainbow Six.
It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Well, at the time, anyways. It's probably like crap now if I try to go back to it.
As all good games do.
hmm It's like trying to play GoldenEye again. It was good at the time, but you're going to be severely disappointed.
Yeah.
And then going to the year of the delays, every game I wanted this year, there was Witcher 3 was delayed. The Division was supposed to be rumored, anyways, but it was still delayed. Quantum Break was delayed. Batman Arkham Knight delayed. Dragon Age delayed. All these delays, like, how do you feel about this? Do you feel like it's actually a good thing to wait on it, or do you feel people are trying to push these games out too early?
I know personally, in my opinion anyway, I haven't looked enough into a lot of the delay things, so without looking into it, I couldn't say too much because it could be a good thing because it could be them realizing more stuff that they have to work with and do a lot. Like I know for Batman, of course, that's the one I'm going to, but for Batman, I know that it's only going to be on the X1, and that's actually a reason I'm probably gonna buy the X1 is so I can play my Batman. But
I think it's
because
definitely a good thing for Battlefield. We don't want another disaster like Battlefield 4.
Yeah,
mhm.
that
Let
was
it get you off.
I've
that was
heard
just terrible.
I personally have gotten into Battlefield 4 a little bit recently, but I'm really hoping that waiting for the next one is going to do them so much more good because
Yeah.
it needed to be a lot better than it was.
I mean, just looking at the previews of what is it, Hardline's next one, correct?
Mhm.
It looks decent, but it also looks like the same stuff. So I can see that there might be some problems if they released it early.
Yeah. Hopefully waiting will do them good to do more with it.
A few
Right.
games. A few games I'm looking forward to is The Division, Witcher 3, and Dragon Age.
Dragon Age, I'm definitely looking for.
Yeah. Never getting into the previous games, but Inquisition is looking really good.
So the reason I'm looking for it is because I'm tired of like all these. Like I love first person shooters and all these shooters, but there's so many shooters.
Yeah, we need a good long RPG.
Yeah, I remember the first Dragon Age was fun. I never played the second one because I heard it was terrible though.
The funny thing is, you look at these games though, and there's not a big deal about there's not a huge deal being made about them being delayed by so much. Because I know a couple of them have been set back multiple times. Like the Batman one has been set back like I think 3 or 4 times now. Every time they say it's going to be coming out, they set it back farther and farther, and it's not getting all too much hype about it and everything, and they're not making a big deal about it. But I'd like to see them try and set back Call of Duty 2 days and see what
Oh my
kind
god.
of see what kind of
The
People
amount of
freak out.
backlash they would get. People would be pissed.
The Battlefield fans will love it. They'll be like, "Yeah, this is why Battlefield's better." Wait, but your game got delayed. But it's also because they're also not big. The thing I'm like happy about all this though is that there's actually gonna be new IPs. I feel like lately it's all been just rehashes of everything.
Oh yeah.
Like I understand Master Chief Collection is gonna be awesome, but it's still games I played before.
But aren't they releasing the fifth one with that?
No, you're gonna play all four, but you're gonna get the beta access to the fifth one.
Oh, okay.
I'm still going to buy it. I've played them all, and I'm still going to buy it.
It just seems
I don't blame you.
seemed like such a good deal. Think about it, you get 4 games for like $60. You don't hear that.
Not even the best part about it is, in my opinion, they're revamping the Halo 2 multiplayer.
Yes.
That is going to be the best thing ever. Redoing the Halo 2 multiplayer and letting us go back in there and go on it.
I mean, there's been so many people waiting for that.
Oh,
like,
I wouldn't be surprised if there were more people playing the Halo 2 multiplayer than Halo 3 and 4.
oh yeah.
I
mean,
don't
it's
know
like-
about Halo 3.
Wait, what?
I don't know if more people will be playing it than the Halo 3 multiplayer, but definitely Halo 4.
Well, yeah, Halo 4 got a lot less pull than Halo 3 did. But I know, in my
Yeah.
opinion, the Halo 2 multiplayer was the best out of all of them and when I played them anyway.
Yeah, I mean, they had to like shut down the servers for it. That's the only reason people stopped playing it.
Oh yeah.
Other than that, people started playing Halo 3 because no one else wanted to play Halo 4 or the terrible Reach. No one even talks about Halo Reach. I just.
Hey, I didn't mind that when it first came out, it's just it died off pretty fast.
Yeah, it died off really fast. It was alright, but then it was just too much change for one thing.
Speaking of dying off fast, though, we can move to the next one about Destiny.
Timed
Timed exclusive of that.
We got
And I was very upset when I only got to play it for like 2 or 3 days. because I didn't pre-order it anything, and I
I
heard
didn't
about
either.
it and I saw it like the day it started up and everything, and I was like, oh okay, I thought this game was gonna be pretty good and everything, and then it was like you've only got like 3 days to play it, and I was like, what? And they were like, it's open to everybody. Went on there, started playing it. I think I may have stopped playing for like an hour until it was done. It was addicting.
I
That's
wanted to play it so much,
oh,
but
you
I
didn't get
didn't
to
have
play
live.
Spark?
No, I didn't have Xbox Live at the time.
I could have gave you like a. I think I have a trial
Well, that's the
somewhere.
thing with the Xbox. The Xbox, they ended up opening it to everybody.
Right, but he still doesn't have gold, so he wouldn't be able to hook it up
Oh, I
anyway.
got you, man. That's no
But
fun.
yeah, I mean, I played it for a few days. I think I only played it that weekend.
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't
all
play
I know
that
about it.
long, but my
That's the
god.
thing too that got me is PlayStation 4 had it for like a month.
Yep.
They
What?
got to play it for like an entire month.
Holy. That's
Yeah,
not fair.
they got it way earlier than every. But the thing is, they didn't get to play any more than what we played. It's just they got a longer time to play it, and it's kind of cool in an aspect. But then again, since there was so little for them to do, I know I did absolutely everything I could in the 3 days I had. So I know
Yeah.
with a month of it, I would have got fairly bored with only being able to do that little bit. Because I know once you reach the level cap, you can then continue your skills going. But it was still a thing of after doing the same thing over and over again, I'm pretty sure it would have gotten. I'm glad it was only a few days, except for the moon. That was something totally different, where you only had 2 hours to play it.
Right.
I milked it for every second.
That was just to get people to crash the Xbox Live servers.
You know what? I think I looked up the numbers for it too, and it's like the number of people that were playing the Destiny beta outweighed the number of people that have like ever been on COD at one point in time by so many. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I think it was like something like 4 million or something crazy.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna look it up real quick.
But
There you go.
go ahead.
I'm looking at Dying Light right now. This looks like a really good game.
Which one was that?
Dying Light.
Dying. Yeah.
One more time. I still didn't catch you.
Dying Light.
Dying Light.
Yeah, it's another zombie game. I think we've just about had enough of those, but this is looking really good.
Oh, shit.
Open world, so I guess it's okay that they're delaying it.
Yeah. I mean,
'Cause
I'm
if
ready
it's-
for another zombie game.
yeah, if they've made it
If they
open
do
world,
another good zombie. Oh, you know what? I think I did see stuff about this, and if it's the one I was thinking about, this is gonna be an intense zombie game.
yeah. I just don't want this to be riddled with bugs.
That's what I'm like afraid. We're getting more advanced into the next generation there's gonna be a chance of more bugs.
Oh yeah. Oh, of course. There's gonna. I mean, hell, look at Battlefield 4. How long has that game been out?
Oh my god.
The bugs never cease to end with it.
They fix one thing and they break 30 different things.
Yeah.
But the timed exclusives is PS4 has the first year of download content. Like you won't be able to access the first 2 download contents till a year after Destiny's been out.
On the
On the
PlayStation
Xbox.
4?
Yeah,
Oh.
on the PS4 you'll be able to access it right away, but on the Xbox systems themselves, you won't be able to access any of the download content until a year after it's been released.
Damn.
That's a long time.
It is, and the same thing with the Tomb Raider, but reversed. Xbox got the time exclusive with Tomb Raider, but the PlayStation fans
I
aren't
wish
going to
they
be
would
able to
flip it
play it right
around.
away. So it's almost like it's an exclusive, but it's not really.
Yeah, because I know a lot of exclusives have, or I can understand timing, but a lot of the actual permanent exclusives have changed. Like one of the biggest ones I paid attention to was Kingdom Hearts. When
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts comes out with a new one, it's going to be on Xbox.
Right.
That is what I'm looking for, and a lot of other ones that were, I believe, PS3 exclusives or PlayStation exclusives are going to be coming to Xbox, and I've noticed too where it seems like a lot of the ones are straying away from PlayStation, but the ones that are Xbox exclusives are staying that way.
Yep.
That's
Like
because they're
Halo.
probably owned by Microsoft or they're
Oh yeah,
partnering with them.
obviously in that one, but even that's the thing that got me about Kingdom Hearts is Square Enix is owned by Sony,
That's true.
and they're going to be coming out. But I can't remember if I believe it is Square Enix is like becoming their own thing now. I can't say for
I can
both,
see
but
that
no.
because they have a lot of pull now. They made so many games, and I can see them being like, you know what, we could make more money if we just go multi-platform.
Oh yeah, they can make a shit ton more.
And then what else? There's another one.
Square Enix is its own company.
The what?
This
What'd you
whole
say?
Square Enix as its own company.
Yeah, that's. I was just googling it myself too. They did end up. They are their own thing.
I think that happened when they changed from Squaresoft.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
I don't know, that was a long time ago, but it may have
yeah.
happened then.
Because the same thing with what was it? I forget the game. Insomnia. They're making Sunset Overdrive for the Xbox One. They used to make tons of PlayStation games.
Is it them that made Ratchet and Clank?
Yes.
Oh, I love that game.
That was a good
Or
series.
those games.
Yeah, the reason they're going
What?
Xbox is because I guess PlayStation wouldn't let them keep the IP if they stayed with them.
Huh.
Which
You
is
know-
kind of messed up if you think about it.
Yeah, it's still by PlayStation.
Let's see what else we got here. Next
Yeah,
is
their
Real World
real world stuff.
section. Yes, we got Robin Williams passed away. Now, the reason I wanted to bring this into it is because I know there's always going to be people that have the sort of depression and things that he had. And I want people to reach out and be able to be like, hey, I need help too. I mean, you guys going to message me. I don't care who you do, but at least you know that this guy was seemed like to be one of the happiest people in the world and best comedians in his time, and still he was more depressed than anyone we've probably ever known.
And we know pretty much everybody in ROG had something to feel about it, because I believe within 24 hours of it happening, I saw like 5 or 6 different threads about it.
Right.
Everybody was wanting to talk about it and bring it up, and it is a lot of it with the depression he had, and yet he had pretty much no worries that he had to truly worry about. Like, he didn't have money issues, he didn't have any kind of, or at least with being, as popular as he is, it's such a big icon, and he's still got his own problems that he
Right.
couldn't handle.
Oh,
Yeah,
it was Robin Williams big in Europe?
yeah. Why wouldn't it be?
I don't know. I just I feel like you guys are like in a different world.
He's a legend.
Okay.
I just remember watching all the movies of him. Jesus Christ. And then wait, how like when did you guys where were you when you guys found out about it?
I was on the computer. I noticed stuff on Twitter.
I was sitting where I am every single Monday night. I was at my favorite pizza place that always does local music every week. And I'm sitting there, and as we're sitting there, and they looked at me like, "Did you hear Robin Williams died?" I'm like, "What?" They were like, "Literally, it happened like an hour or two ago." I was like, "What are you talking about?" They pulled up their phone, and it was like, the very first thing that pulled up was like something The Onion or whatever that news thing is, and all the fake stuff. And I was
Yep.
like, "What are you talking about? That's ridiculous right there. Why would you bring this to my attention when that's the website you're gonna show me?" And then they were like, "No, look," and it was like ABC, NBC, all this shit, and I was like, "Oh, that's not okay. That actually just happened."
I know, it was
It was
surprising. Like
depressing.
I was at work and Paradox, my commander, just texted me. He's like, Robin Williams passed. I was like, wait, I don't believe you. I'm gonna do this myself. Let me Google it, and just seeing everything, I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, oh, maybe he was old. I mean, but just to see that it was more of a suicide attempt, that was just something that shocked me more than him actually dying.
Yeah.
And then we have ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. God, that's everywhere on Facebook.
Here's something. Do you know how it actually started?
No.
The ALS bucket, had nothing to do with the actual ALS fund themselves doing it. What it was is there was I think he was around a teenager or something like that. He got diagnosed with ALS, and his friends felt so bad that they wanted to start something to try and raise money for him. And his friends are the ones that started the Ice Bucket Challenge to try and raise money for it, and it swarmed everywhere. It rose so fast they had no idea what they started when they did it. And when you look at it, in the past month, or the first month that the Ice Bucket Challenge started, I believe they made some odd like $3 or $4 million or something like that off of the first month. The previous year, the ALS fund raising by themselves, I believe, barely broke $1 million. In 1 month of this challenge starting, they raised 3 to 4 times the amount of money the entire fund did in the year.
Yeah, the
Jesus.
celebrities hopping on that as well
Yeah,
has helped a lot.
It's amazing the way they're all doing it. The presidents even, what was it? Bill Clinton got challenged, and George W. Bush got challenged, and Obama got challenged, and all this stuff.
Yeah, I remember seeing the Obama one because he said he donated but didn't actually do the ice
Yeah,
challenge.
he donated but didn't do it because he said it was unprofessional for.
Well, it's more like can't really make favoritism, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because if he did it for them, what's to say another challenge comes along and he has to do that, you know?
Yeah, and after this going, there's going to be a ton of them that are going to be attempted. You're going to be seeing them online.
Yeah.
Like, I think, honestly, in my opinion, the best of all of them is when you see the fails with it. There was one guy, I will never forget this one. It was just the only one I saw, and it was somebody, basically, he wouldn't do it. He refused to do it and refused to donate. So his buddies went in his bedroom, they videotaped the whole thing. They went in his bedroom, they woke him up, then they threw a bucket of ice on him while he was laying in bed. Then he proceeded to chase him out of the house. As soon as he got out of his house, they pushed him into an entire pool of ice water. As soon as he stood up, they dumped another bucket on him from the roof. Then they chucked water balloons at him full of ice water. Then when he got up again, they threw 2 more coolers of ice cold water at him. Just as payback for not actually following through with it.
I would be okay with that, except the part where they soaked my bed. I would be so pissed.
That is true. Because, yeah, especially, like, I have a memory foam mattress. That thing would have just deteriorated.
I think that's the only thing I'd be pissed about.
And then I know, what was it? Who did it? I know I seen Bill Gates do it. He was one of the first people. He had, like, a whole contraption he made of dumping the ice on top of him. He, like, did a blueprint of it and everything. And then there was I love it when the people are getting the buckets dumped on them, and then the bucket just gets dropped on their head.
I saw one of those where it was somebody like behind him was getting ready to dump it on his buddy, and it fell on himself.
Oh. Then we got, let's see, next question. Well, we got actually a question here is if you could learn to do anything new, what would it be?
Play guitar.
Oh, after Batman just went all serenaded us before. What about you, Batman?
I honestly, that is a very good question. There's a lot. I would like to learn a lot more with kind of like deep physics stuff, or I guess learn to do something. I would like to learn how to work the thing out in Switzerland with the hadron collider. That's what I would like to learn to do.
And
What
you,
about
Sparks,
you?
you're about to say something, weren't you?
Oh, okay.
Can't remember.
Have
They just
you
sort of
always
slipped away.
wanted to play guitar?
Yeah, for a long time. My friends bought guitars a couple of years ago, and it sort of inspired me, but I never got one.
Huh. I mean, you could always just get a cheap one and learn.
Yeah, I would really suggest looking for a cheap one, and then just looking up videos on YouTube. That's how I started. I found one in my cousin's closet he wasn't using. I started looking up videos on YouTube, and it just became a thing.
Do it, Sparks.
The
This is
thing
a
is, I've not got
challenge.
the patience to learn. I'll end up
That
just
is a
getting
big thing.
bored and doing something else.
That's a whole different ballpark.
Yeah, if you don't have the patience, you're never gonna be able to do it.
Yeah. I mean, you always see the people that get a guitar and then it just kind of sits in the corner of the room.
That's what my cousin did. But you know what? It's a good thing it spawned me doing it.
Hey, that's true.
Alright, Pandemic, what would you... Alright, let me ask you this very seriously. Pandemic, if you could learn to do anything in the whole world, what would it be?
Honestly, like, I was actually looking at what new hobbies to do and everything, and I really wanted to try fencing. But it's just so expensive.
Yeah.
It was like $300 a month or something like that.
What?
Yeah, for one of the clubs nearby. I was like, this is ridiculous. What am I just want to stab somebody with a sword, you know?
You know what? I know a very cheap way to do this. Okay.
Okay.
You get one of your buddies. You go into Walmart, and the two of you grab lightsabers. You're set. Go to town.
As long as it's not the one that kind of folds in itself, because
Well,
those
no, that's
just
how you know when you land a hit. You land a hit and it collapses. You're like, I win.
those are like they don't even last long. They're like $20 and they just break apart so easily.
Or I mean, you could be real together. You could go in your backyard, break a branch, and just try and poke each other. You know what
That
would be
doesn't
good?
sound wrong at all.
Stick the
Just
end of it in a
poking your
campfire.
friends.
Wait till it gets all hot and embered and everything, and then once it's hot, you play with it. Then you know when you hit somebody, you'll see them jump.
I said fencing,
Well,
not dying.
Hey, well, fencing, it's that expensive because, or at least from what I've seen, it's electronic, and when the metal blade touches the suit, it recognizes it, which is what lets you know when you get a point.
That makes actually a lot more
Which
sense.
which is I believe why it's so expensive. If anybody, feel free to correct me wrong, but that's what I am led to believe how it works.
That's actually interesting because I never realized what other things technology could actually help and do with, and seeing
Your
something
eyes
like
and
that.
ears, man. Your eyes and ears.
And then I think we're at like about a half hour or so.
Ooh,
So
how
this,
long was the last
Already?
one?
yeah, because I know we started around like 7:30 ish or 7:20
Slackers.
ish, which is actually pretty good. Because the last time we did like an hour, and I'm sure people got bored after so long. But this is a closing statement. Actually, I don't know why I didn't add the question in here, but I meant to add the question. Hold on, what was it? What have you accomplished this past month that you feel pretty notable about sharing?
Within RNG or general?
In general.
In general. I began the real part of my life. I'm gonna be filling out I actually have it sitting right here in front of me, my application to become a journeyman plumber.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
And so, in 2 years, I'll be a master plumber at 22 and already have a job more than well enough to pay for my life.
Nice.
But in RG standards, I got myself demoted. I did.
What did you do?
I just asked for it. I'm temporarily done with rank. But, however, I did start doing a lot more. I'm on me and Robin run the member of the month. I'm helping you guys now here with the podcast. So, just because I got down in rank doesn't mean I'm not doing my stuff.
That's true.
Your rank does not mean everything.
What about you, Sparks?
RG, I guess, made it to Commander. And
Yes.
I've took up Tron again, because I used to be not bad, but now I need to get better.
Need to get better?
Yeah.
Well, if you ever need
You're
help.
never satisfied with your own work. And by the day you are satisfied with your own work, it's probably not as good as you think it is.
Yeah, I'm a perfectionist, so if I do something bad, I need to erase it or scrap it.
You know what? You should start a thread for it, Sparks. I expect to see this thread. Sparks artwork.
Yes.
I'll make it right now.
Good. Every time you do some artwork, I want to see it. I'll be in there. I'll be nosying around.
And a year from now, you'll be like Mona Lisa.
Oh God! If he's Mona Lisa, that'd be horrible.
Oh, painting of it. No, he'd have no eyebrows.
I will become the Mona Lisa. I'll be one with it.
Too much for me, man. Too much for me.
Yeah. Let's see. What I started playing Zelda songs on my flute and actually getting pretty damn good at it.
I have a man you need to talk. You need to get with Nightwing.
Nightwing?
Nightwing is addicted to art. Me and him, we painted our own longboards. The first time we did it, I did mine, of course, with the bat symbol. His had the Triforce.
Nice.
He is addicted to Legend of Zelda. He had gauges, and if I remember correctly, he used to have a Triforce gauge. That's what he learned how to play on the flute, was Zelda and Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yes. Wait, Pirates of the Caribbean? I didn't even know that you could actually play that on a flute.
I'd ask Nightwing, not me. I stick to the guitar, man.
Alright. And then, yeah, that brings us to the end of it. Next time, we should have I'm gonna try to get Season on here. I know he wanted to be a guest, but I didn't want to bring so many new people on all at once.
Everyone does that. Seasons is a girl.
Oh. Well, I don't know. I keep hearing back and forth. I keep hearing he
I
and
do
then
too.
she.
Season, hear our call. We need
Yes.
you to solve this.
I mean, yes, Season, please get on. I don't know.
I
We'll
won't say
see.
any names. I will not mention names. But I have heard from some of the highest of highest rank tell me they don't know.
Oh, Season doesn't really talk that often from when she comes on TeamSpeak, so I guess that makes sense.
So we'll never know.
Never know.
Dun, dun, dun. What if it's a robot?
Will you answer our call, or will you leave it as the unknown mystery of ROG till nevermore?
I think it's gonna be left as a mystery. I think it's really like some giant robot. It makes sense because look how many posts. It's 21,607 posts. No human can do that.
That's horrible.
I mean, even Grizzly has a lot of
Susan,
posts.
I do have a serious question for if you're listening. I want to know if you're honestly offended when people question whether you're a man or female.
That's a good question.
I would like to know that from an honest opinion.
We'll find
Because
out.
I've never personally talked to you or anything. I've only heard what other people have said.
Yeah, I hear back and forth. I hear he and then she, and I get corrected all the time. So, either way, we'll find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
If only we could title that this.
Yes. But that brings us to the closing end. Hopefully, actually, I think, who else we got? Lathia? I don't know. I think that's how you pronounce it, right?
Yeah.
Lathia. Yeah, hopefully we can get him next time. If not...
Yeah, since he changed his name back.
Yeah.
I'm tired of everybody calling him it.
I'm still going to call him Trix. I don't care. Mr. Trix. But
why would they change his name to Trix if he doesn't like being called it?
Because I'm going to
No,
change it.
it's not that he didn't like being called Trix. It's from I heard everybody still called him Lathia anyway. His game names were Lathia.
Oh, that's what we did to Paradox. He changed his name to Frenzy, and we still all called him Paradox anyway. It's just because we're so used to it.
That happened to Season for a while. Everyone kept calling her Fluttershy.
Yeah. I'm not going to call Season Fluttershy again.
We should start it again.
Yes. Let's make it. Let's go. They still have a Bronish? Oh, it's actually... He
Yeah,
just
they do have a
posted.
I was
just
going to say,
posted
wasn't it just posted in like a minute ago?
Yeah. We're going to resurrect Fluttershy.
That is not my domain.
Alright, but we're closing out. Thank you for joining, Batman. Thank you, Sparks. It's a pleasure having you on here. And we'll see you guys next month. Ciao.